Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Easy Learning. In this video, we are going to see Class 10 History Chapter Nationalism in India Part 2. Those who did not watch Part 1, kindly go through the video. Link is given in description. In this Part 2 video, we can see how did the non-cooperation movement unfold, who participated in it, how did different social groups conceive of the idea of non-cooperation. The non-cooperation and Khilafat movement began in January 1921. Various social groups participated in this movement, each with its own specific aspiration. All of them responded to the call of Swaraj, but the term meant different things to different people. Now let's see the non-cooperation movement in the towns. The movement started with middle class participation in the cities. Thousands of students left government controlled schools and colleges. Headmasters and teachers resigned, and lawyers gave up their legal practices. The council elections were boycotted in most provinces except Madras, where the Justice Party, the party of non-Brahmins, felt entering the council was one way of gaining some power. Now let's see the effect of non-cooperation on the economic front. The impact on the economic front were more dramatic. Foreign goods were boycotted, liquor shops were picketed, and foreign cloth burned in huge bonfires. As people began boycotting and discarding foreign cloth, and traders refused to trade in imported cloth, the import of foreign cloth halved between 1921 and 1922. In many places, merchants and traders refused to trade in foreign goods and finance foreign trade. People began wearing only Indian clothes. The production of Indian textile mills and handlooms went up. But this movement in the cities gradually slowed down for a variety of reasons. Khadi cloth was more expensive, less durable, and expensive to maintain than mill made cloth. The poor could not afford to buy it and therefore could not boycott mill made cloth for long. Boycott of foreign cloth, schools, colleges, courts by lawyers was an integral part of the non-cooperation movement. Boycott of British institutions posed a problem. For the movement to be successful, alternative Indian institutions had to be set up so that they could be used in place of British institutions. Alternative institutions were slow to come up. Teachers and students had no option except go back to government schools. Lawyers too joined back work in government courts. Next we can see non-cooperation movement in the countryside or rebellion in the countryside. In the countryside, the movement drew into its fold the struggles of peasants, tribals, and the local leaders. The movement in the countryside was against talukdars and landlords and not against the Britishers. The problems of the rural people were different from those of the urban people. In Awadh, peasants were led by Baba Ramchandra, a sannyasi who had earlier been to Fiji as an indentured laborer. The movement here was against talukdar and landlords who were demanding very high rents and a variety of other taxes. Peasants had to do beggar and work at landlords' farms without any payment. The peasants, as tenants, had no security of tenure. They were regularly evicted. As the problems of the people in the countryside were different, their demands too were different. They demanded reduction of revenue, abolition of beggar, redistribution of land. Their methods of protest were also different. In many places, Nai Dobi Bands were organized by the Panchayat to deprive the landlords of the services of barbers and washermen. By October, the Awadh Kisan Sabha was set up, headed by Jawaharlal Nehru, Baba Ramchandra, and a few others. As the movement spread in 1921, the houses of talukdars and merchants were attacked, bazaars looted, and grain hoards taken over. Name of Mahatma Gandhi was invoked to sanction actions like non-payment of taxes and redistribution of land. It was not liked by some of the Congress leaders. Next, we can see the farmers' Satyagraha in Bardoli, Gujarat. It was led by Vallabhbhai Patel in 1928. Bardoli is a taluka in Gujarat. It was against increase of land revenue, and the movement was a success because of the able leadership of Vallabhbhai Patel. The struggle was widely publicized and generated immense cooperation and sympathy in many parts of India. Now let's see Gudem rebellion or the methods adopted by the tribals to gain Swaraj. The tribals of Gudem Hills of Andhra Pradesh interpreted Swaraj in their own way based on their problems. For them, Swaraj meant restoration of their traditional rights and means of livelihood. Most of the tribal people were dependent on forest for their livelihood. Under the new forest policy, the government had closed large forest areas, preventing people from entering the forest to graze their cattle or to collect fuel wood and fruits. These steps enraged the tribal people. Not only were their livelihoods affected, but they felt they were denied their traditional rights. Under the leadership of Alluri Sitaram Raju, the tribals of Gudem Hills adopted a violent method, a form of militant guerrilla movement. It was not a movement which the Congress could approve. Sitaram Raju claimed that he had special powers. He could make correct astrological predictions and heal people and could survive even bullet shots. The rebels claimed he was an incarnation of God. Raju talked of the greatness of Gandhi. He said he was inspired by the non-cooperation movement. He persuaded the people to wear khadi and give up drinking. But unlike Gandhi, he asserted India could be only liberated by the use of force and non-violence. The Gudem rebels attacked police stations, attempted to kill British officials, and carried on guerrilla warfare for achieving Swaraj. Raju was captured and executed in 1924 and over time became a folk hero. Next, we can see Swaraj in the plantation. The plantation workers of Assam had their own understanding of Mahatma Gandhiji and the notion of Swaraj. For the plantation workers in Assam, Swaraj or freedom meant the right to move freely in and out of confined space in which they were enclosed, and freedom to maintain links with their native places and go back to their villages. They interpreted the term Swaraj in their own ways, imagining it to be a time when all suffering and all troubles would be over. Yet, when the tribals chanted Gandhiji's name and raised slogans demanding Swatantra Bharat, they were emotionally relating to the All India agitation. By acting in the name of Gandhiji or linking their movement to that of the Congress, they were identifying beyond the limits of their immediate locality. Dear viewers, I hope you have understood the concept of part 2, differing strands within the movement. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment box. In next video, we can see nationalism in India towards civil disobedience movement. We'll meet you back in next video. Until then, bye.